it's Neva at timeforinvesting.com, and today I'm answering a question about real estate resources. This is my daughter Rachel. Hi. So one of my readers sent me an email really quick. Hi Neva, I would like to know the top 3 resources you would recommend for increasing my knowledge about real estate investing. Thank you, Ian. Now, thank you, Ian, for sending me the email and asking me the question. And when you asked for top 3 resources, I wasn't sure if you meant books or not. So I just kind of thought, okay, what do I use or what has been helpful for me? Because I really don't know, I guess, technically what the top 3 resources in real estate investing are. And I don't want to recommend something that I haven't used. So the very first book I ever read that made me want to invest in real estate investing was Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I don't think I've ever met a real estate investor that has not read that book. And what I like about the book is, one, it's so practical, how he really breaks down how we need to think about money to make that mind shift to even want to get into this business. And I think he's just A+ on that. So definitely, if you haven't read that book, you need to read that book. It's like a really great book, and I probably need to read it again, I would say. I mean, I just really like that book. I've read it at least 2 or 3 times. So number 2, the second thing I would recommend is about 3 years ago, when I was getting really heavily started in real estate investing, a real estate agent, a friend of mine, recommended to me, hey, you should also become a licensed agent. And at the time, I really was not interested in becoming a licensed agent, even though now I am. So I did go on to eventually do it. But at that time, she introduced me to her broker. And when I met with her broker, he gave me this book. And the name of this book is actually The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And I read the book at the time. And what I actually took away from this book, I love this book, is I follow the marketing plan that's in this book. The marketing plan, oh my goodness, it's by, what is the guy? Yeah, Gary Keller. And he has other books like, I've read like, it's like Buy, Flip, and Hold. He has, because this one is Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and he has like Millionaire Real Estate Investor. They're all really good. The thing I like about his book is techniques. He gets really detailed with technique. I mean, literally, you can just take out his book, plug in the numbers that you want, and then just follow the technique. And that's how his marketing plan is. It's like, you want to be a millionaire agent? Okay. And then it's just boom. You just follow exactly what he says to do. So I follow his marketing plan. And so I think that's great. So, and third, what I would recommend, when I started, even with a mentor, it took me 8 months to close my first deal. And that's a very, very long time. And a lot of times I just wanted to quit because I just felt it was taking too long. And one of the things that I had to learn along the way was negotiating. And I realized that I was horrible at negotiating, and that even if, you know, you get the mind shift and you get all these techniques, when you start to talk to property owners, if you cannot negotiate, you're not going to be successful. And negotiation is what gets you to the settlement table. And so one of the things that I read, I mean, I pull this a lot, is I was in Tom Zeke's mentor program, and he has a, I don't know if you, I gotta hold it so you can see it. It's like Negotiating A to Z, because his last name is Z. So it's like a cool title, but I use this all the time. Like, you can notice, like, some of the books I'm recommending I can't even find, but I know I've read it, and, you know, I have the knowledge in my head. This is like, I still keep it because I still keep going back. I'm still trying to be really great at negotiating. I would say I'm a good negotiator now, and I'm trying to be a great negotiator, because even, I mean, now that I've learned negotiating, it helps me in every other aspect of my life. And I realize that everything, like Donald Trump says, everything can be negotiated. And so learning negotiation, which is a science, has really had a tremendous impact on the success that I've had in the past few years. So those are the top 3 things that I would recommend if you want to get started in real estate. That's what's been helpful to me. And, you know, I definitely wish you much success. All right. Bye-bye. Rachel, you say bye-bye.